If I were the Russians and I wanted to create a disinformation campaign to get the other side to buy into, that guaranteed the defeat of Ukraine, it would be, I want the West to bankrupt itself by sending the Ukrainians as diverse and technologically complex a mix of weapons as possible. I want them to receive artillery systems that take years to train in terms of how to, because these are the TOW artillery, the M77s. But you got to stop, you got to break them down, you got to set them up, you got to do all this stuff. We spend years training American Marines and soldiers to do this that quick. And the one thing you learn in the artillery, and guess who was in the artillery, is if you shoot, move, communicate. But if you shoot and you don't move, you die instantly. The Russians come in and they pound you. So now we've given them this artillery system that they've never used before. And one artillery piece is not like the other artillery piece. And so now these poor little Ukrainians are going to be coming out. First of all, it's towed, which means you have the trucks and you have the ammunition trucks, and all this stuff has to come together. So even if they survive the gauntlet, running the gauntlet, get to the front line, now they're setting this stuff up. And the Russians are overhead with a drone because Ukrainians don't have the air defense. And they're going, oh, look, well, and we're going to fire they have this wonderful little laser-guided munition that they fire. It costs $30,000 to make. It fires up there, the boom laser designates, and bam, dead, bam, dead, bam, dead. We're sending in 90 M77s. The Russians got several thousand of these rounds, so I'm sure they can spare 90 to kill all of the wonderful artillery we've given. The truth is, every Ukrainian soldier that's involved in these artillery pieces is assured a death. We are committing murder. Literally. This isn't helping Ukrainians. This is killing Ukrainians. The Gepard, first of all, even if they had the ammunition, and they don't, because the Swiss won't allow them to sell the ammunition, so now they're running around trying to buy it from Bulgaria and some other countries, of the Germans. But even if they brought it in, the Germans are some of the finest mechanics in the world. The Gepard is my era weapon. I know the weapon. I know the Germans who used to operate the weapon. They hate the weapon because it breaks down all the time. They have to have Mercedes, Benz level, Porsche level mechanics. They're constantly tweaking it, making it work. It's complicated. It breaks the second you turn it on. You got to have somebody come in there and kick it and move it. We're giving this to Ukrainians who've never used it before, who lack the training to maintain this thing. They're all going to die. They won't even get a round off. They'll be sitting there going, whoop, they'll try and spin the turret. Damn, what do I do? Boom, dead. You're gone. We're sending them 200 M113 APCs from the Vietnam War, okay? They have no armor protection. Just ask the guys who fought in Vietnam. Why, when they went into Cambodia, did they put sandbags all over the damn thing? Because a 12.5 millimeter rifle machine gun goes through like a hot knife through butter. And they'll all be destroyed if they make it to the front line. But they have power packs that the Ukrainians don't know how to maintain. So they start it up, they move, at a little click, it's broken. They're all going to break down before they get to the front line. We gave them 200 T-72 tanks that haven't been maintained for years. They've been in warehouses. And now we've come up, flushed the system real quick, hit the tires. Here you go, take them. They're all going to die. None of this stuff will work. None of it can be maintained. Logistics wins battles, and we've complicated the Ukrainian logistics support system by orders of magnitude. It's a virtual guarantee of defeat. Why are we doing this then? Because, trust me, the Americans know. The logisticians in the Pentagon are going, this ain't smart, guys, this ain't smart. But the president don't care, because it's not about saving Ukrainian lives. It's about saving political face here at home. This is so the president can say, I have done everything humanly possible, just like we did with Afghanistan. Remember, we flood them in with billions of weapons, and then they lose. Did we blame ourselves? No, we said those Afghans didn't know how to fight. They didn't know how to use the weapon. Well, they fought very hard. They lost tens of thousands of guys every month fighting. They weren't cowards. But the stuff we gave them didn't work. And the Javelins that were sitting over there, they're all old Javelins. They've all expired. We keep talking about the miracle weapon of the Javelin. Ask the Russians about it. How come when the tanks came in to be repaired, you got tanks being hit 6-7 times by Javelins and walking right through it? Why? Well, half the time the warhead doesn't work. It's very old, high explosive. And it hasn't been changed out. So when it comes in, most of the time it malfunctions. Even when it goes off, it goes poof instead of boom, and nothing. The electronics that control the ailerons that guide it in, jam. So you fire it, there it goes stupid, it's gone. Same thing with the in-laws. Every in-law that was sent by the British, light anti-tank weapon, expired. The Brits can't use it. They won't even issue it to their own troops. But we're giving it to the Ukrainians on the front line, and these brave SOBs are falling forward, thinking they're getting a kill shot. Bam, shoot, bam, off, boom, dead. That's how war works, man. And we're doing it to them. It disgusts me. I started to get emotional, but, I have a soft spot in my heart for brave people. And, the Nazis aside, those damn Ukrainian soldiers are brave. They're putting up one hell of a fight. They're trying their best. But they have no chance. And one of the reasons why they have no chance is, A, the Russians are better. The Russians have better equipment. But B, we've pumped them up with a false sense of capability by giving them weapons and telling them, this is the $1 million thing, man. All you have to do is get close, fire this baby off, and you're going to win the war. And they do. Those bastards crawl through the artillery. They sit there, watch their guys get picked off, but they get close enough. bam, misfires, boom, you're dead. Because the Russians have effective overwatch. This is murder. Murder, and it's not being conducted by the Russians. The murder is being done by the politicians in the West that are pouring in billions of dollars of weapons and ammunition that simply make the situation even more tenuous for the Ukrainians. I took far too much time. Sorry about the emotion, but this kind of stuff really irritates me because war is not a game. It's not a video game. This isn't Call of Duty. This isn't Medal of Honor. This isn't whatever stupidity politicians watch and think is real. This is bodies being blown apart, eviscerated, gut blown out on the battlefield, brain splattered on the wall. And it's happening. Hundreds of Ukrainians are losing their lives every single day in the most horrible manner possible because we've convinced them they can fight and they can win. They're trying. They're trying.